Hello, my name is Diana Ballard, and welcome to the Mom Training Podcast, where we discuss the skills and strategies to create possibilities in motherhood and make it more fun, efficient, organized, and peaceful. Happy Mother's Day this weekend, a day of chocolate, flowers, cards, jewelry, and more. But is that really what we want? Thinking back to other Mother's Days for ourselves and for other women in our lives, what meant the most on those days? As mothers, we do so much. Do we always feel fulfilled and appreciated as much as we'd like to? With Mother's Day coming up next week, what do you think about that? How do you feel about that? How should we feel? I feel Mother's Day has been commercialized just like any other holiday or celebration, creating expectations of stuff that needs to be bought. It needs to be this and that. But how does receiving these things actually make you feel? Is it really what you want? Are things like flowers, chocolate, jewelry ever enough to truly fill your bucket? Today we're going to redefine Mother's Day. I want you to think for a minute, what do I actually want? Is it material things? Is it a note from a spouse or kids? A clean house, a night off? There's no right or wrong here. But what do you want? And what do you want to feel? So as you think about what you may want, let's shift gears for a moment. I was talking to a friend, and she expressed how she felt mostly guilt on Mother's Day. She's raised a large family, is in her 60s, and has felt this way for many years. This just boggled my mind, for I look at her, her kids look at her, and see that she did an amazing job. Was she perfect? No. Is any mother? No. We're human, man. Come on. So for my friend, Mother's Day is a reminder of her faults and not her successes. It's more about regret than gratitude. A lot of times as a mother, I found myself wanting some recognition. A thank you, a celebration for being a mother. I feel, we bust our buns daily and making sure everyone's needs are taken care of. And sometimes just a little bit of extra appreciation and gratitude goes a long way. It's good to get these things from other people, but if I was to base all of my happiness on what others gave me about motherhood, I'm asking for trouble. I realize that I've been looking outside myself to have this day of Mother's Day be a special day. So what if I made this day special for me? Instead of just being a day where people celebrate and appreciate me, celebrate and appreciate myself as a mother as well. I am a total advocate of having a proactive mindset instead of a victim mindset of whatever happens to me. I believe that we can influence our outcomes and experiences, and I believe that we can be proactive in creating the world around us. So what does that look like for this holiday? Well, how could we be proactive ourselves for Mother's Day? So one, we can ask, what do we want? Yes, if you want flowers, cards, praise, then ask for it. It may not be a surprise by asking, but you get what you want. This year I've asked my husband to write me a note of what he appreciates about me as a mother, and to possibly have my daughter write a little card as well. She's like 3, so we'll see how that goes. Obviously, that's going to be Daddy's help. But I also remind my husband a couple days before an event. Because instead of putting my happiness and satisfaction just on him, if he'll remember, I'd rather give a gentle message of reminder than let something like that upset my whole day. Matter of fact, I'm actually the one that forgets holidays more often. And if you're not married, maybe you could write yourself a letter of what you appreciate about yourself and what you do good and why you love motherhood, and then read it on Mother's Day. Number 2, we can mentally prepare. What if we went into Mother's Day with the mindset and the attitude of, I am so grateful to be a mother, and choose to see the good things I do and see how different the day is and what it means to me. It's all about the mindset, training our minds to look at what we do have, what we're doing well, and being grateful for the opportunity we have to be a mom. Yeah, let's be real. We may not feel those things at all times while being a mom, but I believe that it is a skill set we can practice to see the good around us. It's a constant effort, not a one-and-done moment, but as we consistently work on seeing the good we are doing and the good blessings in our lives, we will be happier. Number 3, in preparing for Mother's Day and being proactive, we can make sure that we're well taken care of and rested the day and night before in preparation for Mother's Day. Because I don't know about you, but I have a higher tendency to feel down or have a negative attitude when I'm not taken care of or I'm not rested. So what may that look like for you? It could be, planning the day before to have things prepared for Mother's Day, whether that be leftovers for the next day or maybe, whatever meal prep so you don't have to be in the kitchen so much, or, organizing it so your family can take care of the meals, or getting the kids ready earlier for bed so you can take a nice hot bath and go to sleep early, whatever it may mean for you to feel taken care of and to be able to show up on the morning of Mother's Day in your best form because you've taken time for yourself. I hope that you have an amazing Mother's Day, and remember that you are worth it. You make a tremendous difference, and what you do matters. I believe you should be cherished and celebrated and appreciated. So I hope you can create that day and the moment for yourself, no matter what your situation is. If you liked today's show, please subscribe and share with your friends. There could be a mama that could really use this message. You can also find me on Instagram and Facebook at Diana Ballard Live. That's at Diana Ballard. Live. Let me know about your Mother's Day and if any of these tips helped you. Thank you for listening and see you next week on the Mom Training Podcast.